2012, the year of the dragon, looks like a pretty good year for China, especially when compared to the rather dire situation in Europe or even in America. It is also a quite important year, actually, with a Congress of the Communist Party that should take place in October or November of this year. An especially important Congress because after 10 years led by Hu Jintao and its team, a new leadership will take place. So this new leadership will have free hands for leading China towards the next 10 years. Well, even if China is doing well, it has demands of its own. It has problems that it has to tackle. And those problems are not small. How to define them? There are many ways of defining the problem that China has to deal with, but I propose to mention 3 of them that capture the essence of the dilemmas that China is dealing with. Maybe the first problem will be the temptation of political immobilism. The second problem will be the threat of diplomatic isolation. And the third one will be a looming environmental implosion. Political immobilism, diplomatic isolation, and environmental implosion. Political immobilism first. We will have a new team and it will have to decide whether it continues the path followed for the 10 last years, which has been no political reform at all. While there has been some try at smoothing up civil society, there have been attempts at making citizens participate more in giving their advices in a number of fields. There has been a game going on with the internet, sometimes being tolerant of its development and sometimes repressing content. But basically, the government never has been ready to go towards a political development of China. Well, there are many think tanks within the party, especially at the party school, that has come with scenarios of change, but it has remained scenarios only. The regime seems to think that as long as the party can control the situation, there is no need for far-reaching changes. But let us say that the gap between civil society, mode of governance, decisions to be taken, information coming up, and the system of the party state has been widening, and that everybody agrees that party state is not the right move of governance for China today, but there's still no consensus of the way to change it. So it will be better for the next team to start implementing and deciding on a course of political reform.